Ain't no way to stop when we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess, that's on a mission. One go, we gon' get it, we taking over the game. All gas, no brakes, you tripping. Duck on them, no assistance. All the seed in my kitchen, you should know that we different. Going deep with precision. Beyond the arc. Ain't no way to stop them, we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess, that's on a mission. One go, we gon' get it, we taking over the game. All gas, no brakes, you tripping. Dunk on them, no assistance. All this heat in my kitchen, you should know that we different. Going deep with precision, beyond the arc.
Get it, let's get it. Y'all know what it is. The breakdown beyond the arc. What's good, fam? What's good?
Hey,
it's
man.
such tendencies in the building. We got Prince. I am so good. It's Sports. Let's get it. What's happening?
What's good? What's good? Hey, you know that. Okay. Hey, we talked about it last week, Seth. This might be one of them ones.
We gonna see, man. We gonna. You got a hard sale on me this week. I watched a lot. I watched. Okay, I watched. Okay. What's going on to y'all? Pulling up twins. Jacob Pone, what's good? Y'all hit the like and the share. They both right there for us, y'all. We really trying to grow this show and our algorithms out, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. Like and share. They both right there. Push them out. Let's go. If you're watching on another platform, man, pop over here on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe. Oh, so that we wouldn't be too SEC heavy, and so that y'all wouldn't say that I was biased and had Prince up here talking about Gamecocks every week, we decided to be fair and just start with the 14 college players signed to Unrivaled, right? So we got to do we got to do my laser. Y'all know how I feel about my laser. We got to do Tanaya, that Gamecock, and now we at Kiki Rice. Kira, Kiki Rice. My bad. All these Kikis got a first name. I don't know why. I got to keep up with it. But I started doing my breakdown on this one, and I'm gonna be fair. Like every place I went, everybody was like, "Yo, they like her as a WNBA prospect. They think that she's a prototype for the WNBA. With the WNBA guard will be like, got that size like Juju. They call her an architect. Okay, architect. Okay, you're gonna have to sell me on architecture, but you're gonna show some film and everything. We're gonna see. But I'm not gonna act like there's not a foundation of excellence here, right? I'm hard on players. I expect a lot. Then it's not just skills, it's intangibles. And sometimes it's just being able to see you lead, right? So look, Gatorade National Player of the Year. She's checking the boxes. Gatorade National Player of the Year, Naismith Prep Player of the Year. She's a Morgan Whoop National Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American co-MVP. She's got elite athleticism. Two sports, basketball and soccer. So that's, that's a unique, just athletic and cognitive, right? Foundation. I think, looking at her brewing career, she's continued to ascend. Like it's nothing I could really complain about, right? Like, except that she's just not my favorite and it doesn't pop off the screen for me, right? So number one AP ranking, they were Big Ten champions. I want to say they made it to the Final Four. Like, she's done it. She's done it. So let's get into it. Tell me what it is that you like about her as we get ready to get this thing started.
I mean, just again, the sell for Kiki is really to get people back to the basics of basketball. Like she has your quintessential fundamental point guard. She's your archetype point guard. Because you see those you see those intangibles with her, like her height, her size, her girth. She isn't, your typical 135-pound 5'8" point guard, right? Like she got girth to her, she got size, she got tenacity, she got hand. I love her hand quickness. I mean, just she, again, all the accolades you read off on her going into her freshman season at UCLA. I mean, she's literally the archetype that the kind of like most front court players would want to play with. She's with Lauren Betts, who's projected to be the #1 pick in the draft. And for Kiki to come in.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't throw Lauren in here. We're going to get the Lauren. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. We're
going to get your 2 dribble bets. It ain't 2 dribble bets turn yet. Go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead. You know me and Rob the Man Media didn't talk to you about talk about type of. Come on now, this is about Kiki. Don't you do that? Don't you bring 2 dribble bets in when you right now. Come on.
Hey, look. When you think about those front court players in the WNBA, right? They gonna be in that draft room with their GM saying, "We want her. We want her." Now, you got the scoring guards. They gonna be like, "She's great. We'll love to play with her." But the bigs who want the ball in the post, who want to play pick and roll, who want to play pick and pop, they gonna be in the draft room saying, "We want her." So again, ESPN and all of them can say whatever they want to. The players gonna have a say. Some of these players, because it says we already know what's gonna happen next year. These GMs gonna have to swallow that pride pill if they want some of these free agents. So some of these free agents is like, hey, who you drafting? Who you drafted? So it's gonna be a different year for draft picks as well, as far as like where they actually gonna land at, as far as what it would normally be. I mean, she's your typical archetype point guard, 5'11", 6'1" wingspan, can dribble with the best of them. She got one of the best live dribbles in college basketball, period. Like one of the best live dribbles, Seth. I'm sorry. Great 3-point shooter, consistent from the floor, averages basically a steal and a half a game for her entire career. I mean, I want, again, you know me, Seth. If you a guard, I need that free throw percentage to be 91% or higher. So I do want to see that free throw percentage get a little higher. But outside of that, I mean, I love her shooting efficiency.
So here's the thing: she doesn't jump off the screen for her. I saw her come down. I saw the size. I saw her make the passes. I saw her dribbling. But then I also saw her at times standing around look like she didn't know what was going on. Not active. Not active for me. I'm a Raven fan. I don't hold y'all up about that. We're gonna get to Raven. I think that I see a different dog and a different type of winner in Raven, and I think that's just I tend to lean into that type of point guard, floor general. I'm not gonna act like she's not a floor general. I think her assisted turnover is like 2.30, 2.36 or something crazy like that, right? Like she has a good assisted turnover ratio. She's improved the 3-point shooting. You know what I mean? So she's continuing
to work. Kiki assisted turnover ratio?
Yeah, I'm talking about Kiki. You talking about Kiki? I just said
it's 2.1.
2.1. Okay. I think the championship pedigree. I think she got, high school. I don't know that I saw it in college. And at this point, I'm taking Southern California players with a grain of salt right now because I'm just questioning their coaches. Kiki Ola showed up in the WNBA really, really different than she looked at USC, right? So maybe Kiki Rice is going to look different. Cameron Brink looked different when she got to the WNBA for me. Maybe it's that I don't like the Pac-12 Big Ten style of basketball. I don't know. It's just not. It doesn't jump off the screen for me. It's not aggressive enough for me. But I'm interested to see what does she do when she's in there like facing a Courtney Williams, a Raven, Chelsea Gray. a Paige? Does she attack? Does she get aggressive? She seems to kind of go with the flow and never really takes over. So maybe that's it for me. I'm looking for like, oh, it's up. Let's go get the chip. And I don't know that I see that it's up in her.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean that she can't be successful. It just means that maybe she's not the dog on the team. But I'm used to a point guard being the dog. But I don't want that to be the reason. I think, going into this year, what I'm gonna be looking for her to see is, does she maintain the efficiency? What does she do with UCLA, with the players coming in, and will they get to a national title? But that's a long ways from now. But I wanna ask some specific questions about her. If you had to describe her as a player, how would you describe her?
As a player, I would say she's your patient guard who can play off ball, on ball, combo guard. You want her on your team. She doesn't get rattled. She doesn't get too high. She doesn't get too low. And I think, like, for a person like you, that's why she doesn't jump off your screen. Cause like she doesn't give you the wow factor. She doesn't give you the man, hey, that was. But when you actually break down her game, which we're going to do a little bit today with some videos, you'll see she does have wow factor. She just doesn't do it in the way that you're probably accustomed to seeing from players that come into college with her accolades and her caliber of that high of a recruiting draft pick. So I would say she's your archetype. Run your offense, get it to the big, get out the way. Again, at UCLA, I complained about it for 3 years. They don't use her off ball like they need to. I know they had London and all of them over there last year. To me, Kiki is their best shooter. To me, like their best peer shooter because of her height. She got a quick release, great form, mechanics is amazing, footwork. Her footwork is amazing when she shoots the ball. She never looks off balance. Again, she got one of the best live dribbles. So if her first read isn't there on a pick and roll, she's able to get it back out there, set it back up. Like, she's really a player you can trust in, Sess. Like, at your point guard position, she's a player you can trust in big moments because she's hit clutch shots for UCLA this year. Well, last year.
Okay, tell me your favorite Kiki Rice moment.
It's actually in the clip, and I'm big on like impact moments, who you're playing, and like what does it mean to the team. It's in the clip. It was a defensive play where she's literally guarding, then she goes into her help defense mode, and I'm like, I know what she does offensively. It's on paper. You can read the stat sheet. We know she's a great shooter. We know she can facilitate. She got great height, great body size, great control with the ball. But the defensive side, and again, that's why you love Raven. She turns defense into offense.
It's not just that though. She's also a winner.
That too. But I'm saying, like, what she does on defense, like that ability to turn defense to offense quickly, that ability to take a team out of their sets. I mean, Kiki has some of those similarities, but it doesn't flash as much as Ravens does. And I think it has a lot to do with the competition, the conference. They do a lot of shooting in that Big 12, where they were in the Pac-12 at first, but that Big 12 and in the SEC, it's a lot of like big guard play, perimeter, dribble drive, not a lot of shooting. So Raven is able to show her defensive capabilities a little more, because there's not a lot of quick shots. It's more of a stagnant kind of like get it, run high, low offense. But Kiki, I think, has some of those same like intangibles as far as like help side defense. She does get a little stagnant with her help side defense sometimes. And I don't know if I was watching some film. I don't know if that's by design from the coach or it's more of her, because she is great on help, but I would like her to get better. And again, I don't want to put it all on her, because sometimes schematically the coach can tell her, hey, you got the shooter in the corner, you stick to them, you don't help on defense. So I've watched some big games where she kind of like just sticks to the shooter and doesn't go help defense on a dribble drive. So again, I don't know if it's systematically or not, but I would like to see that a little more. The kind of like higher motor on defense, but her defense surprises me the most when I watch her film.
That's it. It's the motor. It's the motor. It's the motor for me. It's the motor. She's never just going. She never just cooking. You ain't never like, oh, Kiki cooking. I haven't had that experience. I haven't had that experience watching her. So that may be why I'm a little down on her. I'm looking at the 6'1" wingspan. Listen, I'm big on wingspan. Not quite Raven's wingspan, but up there. I wouldn't mind being as tall as her wingspan either. But when you think about her, good length frame, combo guard. If you take her off UCLA, who are they?
UCLA. If you take her off UCLA, they are a turnover prone jump shooting team.
Okay, so you don't think they Final Four, none of that if she's not there?
No. Because what you call Lauren Betts? What you call Lauren Betts?
Two dribble.
Two dribble Lauren Betts. They can't get her the ball.
1, 2, 3 is a problem. 1, 2, 3, we in trouble.
So if you got a big, if you running it through your big and you don't got a quintessential point guard that can run the offense, pick and roll with them, be patient, let the defense set so you can see what they're giving you and not giving you, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle because that offense is built around Lauren Betts. It's not built around Kiki.
Okay, elite shooting. So you like her as being able to create her own shot, make her teammates better. So why not? I guess the best thing we could do is have you show us. Have you show us why, right? Let's talk about some of her offensive versatility. Let's break some of that down. Let's get that.
So right here, again, top of the key, just catch and shoot, playing off ball, ability to go and pick and roll and attack the rim because of her frame, 5'9", able to get to 5'11", able to get to the rim. Look right here. Look how patient she is. This is what I mean about their offense. She got to be patient because it's centered around Lauren Betts, but she can be aggressive when she needs to be. Look, in, out with Lauren Betts, catch and shoot. Imagine her on some of these big teams where she's getting into the big, back out. Look at this in-out dribble, attack the rim, left-handed. How many point guards can go left? Attack the rim left-handed. Look at this patience. Look at this patience. Get it to the big. Lauren don't got a dribble. Catch it in her shooting pocket. Watch this play, Seth. This is an amazing play. Miss shot. Kiki's patient. Set back up. You don't got it. I got it. Look at that. What are we doing? Her ability to just get down here. Watch this attack. Look at this in-out crossover. Left. What are we doing, Seth? This is amazing. Seth. I don't know what you don't love about her game.
Amazing.
What you don't love about her game.
Bro, I was trying to get to the energy. I was trying to catch the energy. You were so excited. You was like, what don't you love?
Offense isn't for her. Imagine if the coach said, Kiki, you number one option.
Okay, let me tell you what. The problem that I have with that is that they say Kiki gonna use her voice. So if Kiki gonna use her voice, I don't understand how you can be the leader. But let's talk about it because we was on film, right? How advanced is Kikirice at manipulating defenses with her eyes and timing, right? Does she already show pro level pick and roll read type stuff? Is she there?
I was actually I'm glad you asked that because when I was looking at her, like her vision when she's on the move is better when they're like in this half court kind of like setting it up offense. And again, a lot of that could be on the coach, not her, because when she's in transition, when she's on the move getting downhill, she's great at the dump off passes. She's great at the kickouts, like we just seen, the wraparound around the rim getting downhill. It's just that in that system, it's really hard for me to really criticize her for her court vision in the half court, like you're talking about, because that offense is all about getting it to Lauren Betts. If Lauren Betts isn't there, dribble, drive, and get it to the shooter in the sharp corner. Like that's literally their offense. It's get it to Lauren Betts or Kiki. Dribble, drive, get it to the shooter in the sharp corner, and then you set up for a secondary shot. Like they don't really let her do a lot with her vision. And for her, that's why I say for her to average 5 assists in that system is actually great because they don't really utilize her vision like they should. Honestly, if it was up to me, I think Kiki would benefit being in the SEC. If it was up to me, like on going to an Ole Miss or a Tennessee, I think she would benefit being on that type of team because with her size in the SEC, the coaches will use her more down low. When you got a 5'8" guard on her, like down low, they would use her more in the shooting off the pick and roll game versus you come off the pick and roll, you look for Lauren Betts or look short corner. So like, I think she should have went to the SEC. And she from Maryland. Okay. She got some dog in her. She got some dog in her. She just says, I know you looking for that. Yeah, you looking for that. She just don't.
I mean, you said Maryland. You said Maryland. So who is that? That's Baltimore. That's Baltimore Barbie right there. That's toughness right there. What that motor look like? What that energy look like? What that dog look like? You telling me she's that Maryland? Ooh, I don't know. Angel
look, but says you can't. But says when I look at players, I don't look at the rah-rah. I've played with players that got dog in them. I grew up in New Orleans. I know dudes in the hood that got dog in them, but they don't talk much. But you test them, you'll see. Okay, but like she's just not that type of player.
I see him in the chat saying this. Prince, they saying this to you. This is what they saying, Prince. But you showed us a clip of Richmond. She did that against Richmond. Does she do that against top echelon teams? I mean, I don't remember. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you straight up like this. The Gamecocks, we took a whooping from UCLA. I don't really remember her being a part of it. It was a whole lot of London Jones and 5 of 5 from 3 that we didn't really see. Like we lost by 15 and she made 5 threes. Other than that, we played them even by the end of the game, and my Legends played 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So. And then again, like I said, I didn't feel like they had a dog until Janiyah Barker got there.
Until Janiyah got there?
Yeah, because I didn't see the swag, I didn't see the attitude, I didn't see the belief in themselves until Janiyah got there. They beat us, they went crazy, but they almost had a parade. Remember? You remember how they acted?
Yeah. I remember.
They cut up. They cut up. So I'm interested to see. So this year will be the year this year is going to tell me a lot about who Kiki Rice is. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm out on this kid. What I'm saying is that if I had to pick, I would definitely pick Raven first. That's what I'm saying. And I know you say like with the elite shooting and the scoring. I'm a person who knows that Raven can score. She's not asked to. So again, that's a system type thing, right? So, but I don't know that. What I will say is this: if I put Raven in UCLA, I think that she's still the same. You get the same defense, the same dog, the same floor general. Dawn, you drop Kiki in South Carolina. I think Dawn builds a little different with her. She looks different in that system versus Corey Close system.
But see, I look at dog different.
We just talking. Come on, let's talk.
I look at dog differently though. Look, man. I grew up playing with some of the biggest dogs.
Here's the thing.
But I look. I don't watch some of the quietest dogs. Smack them in their mouth.
Here's the thing though. Let me say this. Camilla Cardoso's a dog too, but she don't say nothing. See, police dogs is dogs too. They don't say nothing. They don't say nothing either. But if you break the law, they'll help you out. Won't they? Break the law and see if they won't help you out. See, every dog don't gotta make no noise. But I'm saying her game don't even make noise. I ain't even talking about her mouth. They told me she didn't have a voice. So then your game should be jumping off the page at me. When it's time to shut something down, when I'm looking around at UCLA, it ain't like last year. It was like, here come Raven now, here come Lay. I've never looked at a UCLA game and been like, oh yeah, okay, it's cool. Here come Kiki.
I mean, but again, when they play Richmond, Seth, people keep forgetting that was in March Madness. That wasn't in a regular season.
But this is the other thing.
And that wasn't that was in the round of 32. And for all intents and purposes, Richmond wasn't no pushover.
That's my point. If people think about it, I'm just telling you what they're saying in the chat. They saying, but they don't. If you think, if you go back to the NCAA rankings, right? the NCAA had Richmond top 5.
Yeah, Richmond was 20. Richmond was 28
for,
and says Richmond was 28-7 last year.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if y'all go back to the lives, I'm on the live going, man, who is Richmond? Why do they got them 3, 4, 5 up here in these net rankings? Why are they ranked so high in these net rankings? Who are they? Who are they playing? So they're a basketball team, but but let's keep breaking her down. Let's keep breaking her down. What do you see when she faces traps or hard hedges?
She's patient. That's why I love her. Like we talk about Sess all the time. When I watch, a lot of people watch film and they think college. This is not about what we're of course analyzing what they're doing on a college level, but we're getting the audience prepared for what these players could look like at the next level and what they're capable of, and the fits and the excitement around them going into the draft, right? So when I look at film and I look at players, I say, how could they fit at the next level? Her patience, not having to play fast, but can play fast, like we just seen, being able to get downhill, dribble drives in and out. Again, like little things like that, because your skill set is your skill set, Sess, no matter who you playing against. Because like you just said, Camilla can't go out there and hit no in and out. And she's great. I don't care. She could be playing against a high school team. Camilla can't go do no in and out. And she's great. So that's what I never understood about when people look at basketball players. They look at who they're playing against. You say that when you talk about how great a team is. But when you look at an individual, you got to break it down to the studs, like building a house, because that's what the WNBA team's going to do. They're going to say this player's skill set, the dribble drive, the handle, the live dribble, the patience in a pick and roll fits my system, because I need a point guard who's patient with the pick and roll and not someone who's going to rush it where my big keeps getting moving screens. See, that's levels that they don't think about it when they think about it.
Okay, so let's stay with the offense for a minute, with the levels on the offense. Does she have counter moves if the first move is cut off, or does she stall out?
No, she got counter moves. I mean, we just seen it. If her first shot isn't there, if her first 2 dribble pull up isn't there, she's able to keep her dribble alive. Again, she got, in my opinion, from all the point guards I've watched the last 2 years breaking down film, she's probably top 2. Olivia Miles, I'll give Olivia Miles credit for this. She's another player that has a great live dribble. They're probably the best 2 players in college basketball with a live dribble. As far as like, my shot isn't there, I'm gonna keep it alive, bring it back out, find another read, or if that isn't there, I'm gonna attack the rim, try to get there. You ain't about to make me pick my dribble up. Like, those who don't know what live dribbling as a point guard is, that's what it is. You're not about to make me pick my dribble up because you face guarding me.
How does she operate when she's not that primary ball handler, though?
Sometimes she plays off of the big, as far as like just going spot up, relocating herself, trying to get in the passing lane so the big can see her. But then sometimes she does. That's why I didn't fight against you when you talked about sometimes her motor can look low. I agree with that. But again, I don't know if it's the system or if it's her. It's very hard to tell because UCLA doesn't play fast. So it's very hard to tell if at practice, everything they're doing is half court, slow, methodical, where she just goes to a spot after she releases the ball. So it's like really hard to tell because of the coaching.
Let's talk about these weaknesses that we got up on the screen: athleticism concerns, consistency issues, especially. And I really want to know if you think if her improved 36.5 from 3 is sustainable. But these weaknesses, are these weaknesses just because of the program that she's in and it lacks development? Are these things that she can improve on, or are these just things that they'll always have to work around in their game? What do you think?
I would say when I kind of like came to my analysis, it was really revolved around how scouts might look at her. Like how scouts might say, how player personnel departments might say, these are things that I don't see on film with her consistently. These are things that I don't know if she can do or not. And again, you can blame the system of the maybe, but she isn't doing it on film. So when I put my analysis together for her weakness and improvement areas, I say these are things that I don't see on film consistently or at all, even though she might be capable of it. But you can't judge it off of what she might be capable of. You got to give a true analysis.
Okay. Let's talk about screen usage a little bit, especially against like stronger WNBA bigs. Will she be able to maintain the angles and the separation, or does she need to tighten that skill up?
She doesn't mind like body contact. So my area of, I would say, defensive questioning is how long is that sustainable at the next level at her weight?
So
because she likes the contact, but at the next level, I do think she needs to put on a little bit more upper body girth if she's going to play like that consistently. Because like last week we talked about Tiffany Hayes, Tip Harris, she one of those, right? That can fall on the ground after every layup, and she stays banged up, like she's wearing a face mask right now, right? Because of those same issues. So can she sustain that with that size? I wouldn't put my money on it. If she's going to play like that at the next level, a coach could come in and change that philosophy with her, right? Of, hey, you don't gotta have contact every play, but
no,
it's something that she is.
Let's go back to assisted turnover. Let's talk turnovers a little bit. Are her giveaways, are they from like her being careless, or is it just like aggressive creativity? What is it? Is it lapses in decision making? What is it?
I would say, I like that you said that. I would say it's more of aggressive creativity, because she isn't flashy. She isn't your Olivia Miles kind of passer. Like she's not your Caitlin Clark kind of passer where they're looking for the wild pass and in transition. She'll make the right bounce pass, the right chest pass, the right dump off, the right underhand pass underneath the rim. She isn't flashy, so I think her assists come from her just being aggressive on offense and half court.
So would you call her her turnovers good turnovers, like from high level vision?
They're good turnovers. That's why I love her vision. Like her assist to turnover ratio is great for what they're asking her to do, because there's context. I mean, Seth, you know this. When you can look at a stat sheet, you can look at career numbers all day long, but there's context sometimes. So what they're having her do, she's literally generating their offense. Like whether it be via pass, aggressiveness, her live dribble, or her scoring. Like, again, if you look at the stat sheet, you would think she's just part of the call. Kikirice is their offense. Lauren Betts benefits from Kikirice, not the other way around. Mm-hmm. Kiki doesn't benefit from Lauren Betts. Lauren benefits from playing with Kiki. But ESPN won't tell you that because they got their agendas to push. So they won't say that. They won't say that. And I can't wait till we get to Lauren Betts, because I got a lot to say about that situation. Look, and some might not agree with me when they look at the stat sheets, but Kiki is UCLA's offense. When she doesn't play well, they don't look the same.
So I'm glad you said that. Would she fit well next to another dominant ball handler in the WNBA at the next level? Does she need to be next to another dominant ball handler, or will she need the ball to maximize impact and stick in the dub?
Yes, she can fit next to Kiki. Is a great plug and play combo guard because she can shoot, she can handle the ball when you need her to, she can run pick and roll, she can play off the dribble, she can play off ball. She can catch and shoot from the sharp corner, the top of the key. And I was thinking about this. I'm watching her film, right? And I'm writing down my notes. And matter of fact, I'm looking at my notes right now. I got a piece of paper right there. I love her court vision, but let me say this. At the next level, Seth, I think Kiki would be a better shooting guard than point guard.
She may got to move. She may have to make a move.
I think And that can be a good thing, and it can be a bad thing, because if you force her into a shooting guard role, you could kind of limit why she's so good as a shooting guard because of her live dribble. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could kind of limit it.
I get it, but but let's balance that with a mid-range game. So how much does she really rely on, like, pull-ups, floaters, in between shots, right?
Her in between shots are inconsistent. And again, that's why one of my concerns for her is her need to rely on skill versus athleticism, because mid-range, you need skill to master it, but you need some sort of athleticism to get to it. Does that make sense? Like, you need to be quick enough to get to the mid-range, and you need enough skill to master the mid-range, as far as the 1-2 dribble, the side step, the back forward spin, fade away, kind of like looking at an Enrique, right? She has the skill level in the mid-range, but her quickness allows her, her live dribble quickness allows her to get there. Kind of like we watched with Paige last night, right? She has a great live dribble, but her quick first step, her ability to just explode without you even noticing it. Because some people think Paige plays slow, but if you actually watch her dribble, Paige actually plays quicker than people think. She isn't just zoom all game long, so you don't notice it. But when she wants a shot,
her facial expression, she's never in a rush.
Never in a rush.
She's going at, like I told her, Paige was going Paige last night. And Paige, she moves right at PB5 speed, whatever that looks like. It's PB5. It's effective. So let's talk about that too. When you talk about, so it seems like the mid range and the floaters, those would be kind of as a last resort, more so than their comfort shots. Mm-hmm. We talked about the fact that she's improved her 3-point shooting at the next level. How are you feeling about her mechanics? Like, is her release point and balance consistent enough under pressure, or does she start to show fatigue in her mechanics as the game goes on? What did you see there? Because we saw some great threes in the film. Late games, how does that look?
Late games, she hits most of their big shots in late games. Like, every now and then she does get a little streaky with her shooting. She'll have like a 0 for 2 game, then she'll come back with like a 3 for 6 game, then she'll have like a 1 for 4 game. So her shooting says 36%, but just watching film, I would say at the next level, she's probably closer to 32, 33. Just because of the size that she's going to be being guarded by, her responsibilities, probably her minutes on the court in her first year. And I'm just talking projections for her rookie season, right? She's probably going to be closer to 32, maybe 31 and a half, just because of minutes, play style at the next level, physicality, the speed of the game. And because in college, you don't see a lot of breakdown at the perimeter, as far as you see an open shooter close out kind of breakdowns, like where they're getting out there and closing out on shooters. That doesn't happen a lot in college. That's why if you watch highlights on a lot of players, even some of your best shooters, they're most of the time when those catch and shoot shots, they're open. Like, nobody's within 3 feet, because there's not a lot of we play on a string, or hey, this is your assignment, you stick to them kind of systems. Is more like defensive systematically of let's stop this player and let everybody else shoot. But at the next level, that's your player. So I'm actually to see that.
Okay, gotcha. Now, and I want to get into defense, and I want to get into skill set breakdown, but I got one more question. How do you think her finishing ability translates against the WNBA rim protectors like Asian? Camilla.
I mean, the Asians, the Elena Smiths, I mean, they different beasts, right? The real. Like, you could be 6'1" and you get your shot blocked coming up in there.
Exactly.
I mean, because the way they attack angles for shot blocking is different than normally. Some try to meet you with their height. They meet you at the point of attack. That's why you don't get your shot up with them, because they meet you where the ball is at already. Some try to meet you at the point of at the height of the ball, and now the ball ends up floating right over their hand. That's the difference between good shot blockers and bad ones. So at the next level, with a player like Elena or Asia, like I talked about, she loves contact. So I would actually use my strength against players like that. Get them on my hip, get them on my shoulder. That way I can get a better angle to the basket. So again, if somebody can teach her that at the next level, she'll be great at it. But as of now, I wouldn't suggest she go in there.
Okay.
Because her leaping ability isn't that great.
Okay.
She doesn't have a quick first jump like we talked about last week with Latson. Like her first jump isn't that quick.
Is she the first guard that comes off the board?
No. I think Olivia and Latson will be the first two guards come off the board.
Would you take Olivia over her?
No.
Would you take Latson over her?
It depends on the team.
Okay, fair enough.
If they need a scoring guard that's going to give them 15 plus on any given night, I'm choosing Latson. If they need a floor general who can shoot the long ball, I'm going Kiki. So it depends on what the team needs at that guard position. Because both of them are really combo guards. So it really depends on what that team needs.
Okay, so before, because I want you to get into the to the actual skill set breakdown. But before we do that, let's go back and check out the defensive work. Let's check out the defensive work. So, see what you got.
So this is just one clip, but if you watch this on ball, force the pass, help, like her quick hands, her ability to look at her wingspan. She didn't even have to move. Like just her ability to like act, react, and then be proactive. Like that's a word that the coaches probably used in the film room with her when they was looking at this clip. She acted on defense. She reacted to the pass. That means not getting out of the passing lane. And then she was proactive after the pass was made. Like that's 3 different types of defense on one play. And if she can bring that skill set and that mindset on defense to the next level, she can create herself a long-term career at the next level. Because defense at the guard position is a premium.
So look, let's talk about it. How do you evaluate her ability to stay in front of elite guards?
I think in the beginning she will struggle because of the experience and her athleticism, but she's fundamentally sound. So honestly, I wouldn't have her guarding an Enrique. I wouldn't have her guarding a Page. I wouldn't have her guarding I'm trying to think of a Courtney Williams. I wouldn't have her guarding those herky-jerky players.
Oh, that's
because her side-to-side athleticism isn't that great. I would have her guarding the Kayla McBride. I would have her guarding the Dejanay Carringtons.
Okay, that was my question. Does she get beat more by the quick first step or the crafty hesitation? Because I know you watched
the
more
quick first step
than I did. Quick first step.
The quick first step, because her defense is she got a fundamental game on offense and defense. Like again, that's why she's like your like Kiki is your architect point guard. That's why she was rated above most of them coming into college, because she's your architect. Like if you're drafting a point guard and you're looking to build a system, you draft Kiki. If you need a point guard and you need a scoring punch in your backcourt, you draft Latson. Even though they both can do similar kind of like things for what your backcourt might need, but it's just different. It's just different. And like he said, like I wouldn't put her on the Kelseys. Honestly, I wouldn't mind her on the Sykes.
So okay, Robert Man Media always say you are who you guard. Can she guard a 1?
No.
Can she guard a 2?
Yeah.
Can she guard a 3?
Yeah. That's probably her best That's probably her best guarding position is the 3.
Or 3. So that means if you are what you can guard, it's her best position in the W wing.
But that's not true. Tell Rob stop telling people that.
We gonna have Rob come up here and talk about it. Look here. Tell me why you say that's not true. Because I like the concept. If you can't guard one,
but that's not technically true. Because
let's talk about it.
Like even when I was overseas, like I guarded 2s. I'm a 1.
But can you play a 2? Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. See, when you get down to when you get to the technicality, oh yeah, you can.
It depends. It depends. But I
seen you on the live. I seen you on the live video working out, so I know. See, because you went out there and told it. I seen it.
But I got long arms though. So so I could guard them because I got longer arms. But
okay, let's be fair. Can she realistically guard multiple positions at the dub level?
Yeah, but that's why I say like it depends on the one though, Seth. That's what I mean. Okay. Like, okay, she can guard a Chelsea Gray.
Okay.
She can guard a Natasha Cloud.
So she's strong enough to body up wings and not get exposed. And then she's quick enough to keep up with some ones.
Yeah, with certain ones. Because again,
Courtney, you put her on Courtney. Courtney turning the corner on her.
Courtney turning the corner on her. Again, Seth. But think about this, Seth.
Courtney's turning the corner on everybody though, but don't nobody talk about that.
Courtney's turning the corner on most point guards.
Oh, you better believe it.
So that's why I said like you can't.
They just don't talk about it. Okay, Courtney.
They just don't talk about that. Courtney is one of the top 5.
Absolutely.
When it just comes to a live dribble in the WNBA, Courtney Williams is top 5 at getting downhill or getting to her spot. That little left elbow shot, like nobody can stop her from getting there. No. And they try to guard her a full court, but that's to their detriment because she's just gonna blow by them by the time she get to half court. And now she's getting to her spot. That's why I've always said with a player like Courtney Williams, you pick them up at the volleyball line. You don't pick them up at half court. Listen.
Courtney smiling if you come 94. She can't wait.
Yeah, you go 94. Yeah, but says the reason I say that's not true is because it's all about the system. It's all about who you're playing against. Again, every point guard isn't fast. So she can guard 65% of the point guards in the WNBA.
We're gonna find out.
Because says isn't Courtney Williams the Lynx point guard?
Yeah, but that's because they got her playing out of position. The Lynx would be in a better position if they would let Heidemann play 1 and put Courtney at the 2. Courtney killing most 2s. Her mid-range game, they're not using Courtney right, but they don't want to win the championship. But we digress. We ain't talking about Courtney right now. But let me ask you this. Okay, so I don't see in the film, I don't see her being an active communicator. Okay. Do you see her really calling out rotations early or reacting once breakdowns happen? Do you see that in her game?
I was looking for that. When I was looking for that, and I was going to put that in my clips because I think she does have great leadership skills from the post-game press conferences, from how players react to her on the court. When it looks stagnant, they look to her. And what I mean by that is they won't say it, but when you watch film, matter of fact, go back and watch when they played LSU and LSU went on that run, I think in like the late 3rd quarter. They went Kiki. Kiki had 8 assists in that game. They went back to Kiki. They started jacking up a bunch of shots. Lauren Betts got in foul trouble, went to the bench. They came in, started jacking up a bunch of shots, not running their offense. LSU went on like a little run. The coach called the timeout. And coming out of that timeout, I watched the film. Coming out of that timeout, the next 4 plays down, the ball was in Kiki's hand. And they got good shots. She got it to the right shooter.
Okay. How do you like her rebounding from the guard spot? Is it evidence that she impacts the glass with her size?
I think she's the best rebounding point guard in the draft.
Really?
And this is why I say that. You got Janiyah Barker and Lauren Betts that literally lives under the rim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for her to average those rebounds, that shows you she's willing to go down there and get a rebound. See, that's why I said, like, you can look at a stat sheet, but it's always context to it. She's playing with two bigs that live under the rim that thrive off of getting the board. So for her to get average that many boards with those forwards is actually great. I think she's the best rebounding guard in this draft.
Best rebounding guard in the draft. Man, you are really, really high on her. You're really, really high on her. She don't even.
I am. I just love architect point guards.
You know what's throwing me off? You calling her the best rebounding guard in the draft. She don't even average more rebounds than Raven. The disrespect the Ravens rebound game, crazy. Better go watch the tape on Raven. Well,
I think Raven is a great rebounder.
From the point guard spot at Raven's height, Raven averages down her 5 rebounds a game.
I think Raven's a great rebounder, but I think there's always context to it though. I think Raven's motor and wingspan, of course, with Raven's motor and wingspan, she's never going to average less than 3 rebounds a game. Just with her motor and her wingspan, right?
And I don't want to make this about Raven because we're gonna spend some time on Raven.
But I think Dawn Staley appreciates Raven rebounding, and I think she instills that in her because if you watch Ravens play at South Carolina, I think over time Dawn Staley realized if we get Raven to get the board and get an open floor, because I've watched games. There's sometimes Chloe Kitts will pull back. When Watkins was playing, there's times she will pull back and let Raven get the rebound because I think that's part of how they get into their system so quick. Because with that high-low, you got to get into it quick because once you make that initial pass, you've already burnt 10 seconds off the clock. So I think Raven bringing it up court helps speed the offense up.
I get that part. I think the rebounding that I'm talking about with Raven is when the game is on the line and it's time to get in there, Raven don't mind getting in there and mixing it up. I don't know that Kiki gets in there and mix it up. I don't know that Kiki's going to get down there in the land of the bigs and try to go get one to come back and put it back up. Raven, going in there. But this ain't about Raven. This is about her.
I agree with you. I agree with you to a certain extent.
No, I feel you. So does she rebound more by positioning and instincts or athleticism and hustle?
Positioning and instincts.
Okay.
She's great at boxing out. That's why she got a big frame. Like Kiki is bigger than people think. Like she got a big frame. She got a. I know she listed at 5'11", but I watch her play. I watch her guard play. Honestly, I'm interested to see Kiki height when she does the WNBA combine. I think she's 6 feet. I really think Kiki's 6 feet.
We're gonna find out. Let's talk about the skill set breakdown, the grades that you gave her. Why? Thoughts behind it. Defense B-. That's almost a C+. I really want to hear about that. Ball handling. I think she got one of the top 2 live dribble handles in all of college basketball, along with Olivia Miles. She doesn't turn the ball over a lot. She protects the ball. Her vision, I got it at a B+ just because of what she's required to do on UCLA. That's why her assists are underrated because you look at her assists and say, she's not averaging 7 or more, right? Like some of the higher regarded passes are. But if you watch her usage rate and what they want her to do, she isn't really in an offense where she's just distributing the ball. It's like run this play, get the ball here, stand there. So that's why I got her vision and her awareness with ball handling and passing so high. Her shooting is an A- for me, just because she does have those lows. But I would want her shooting the ball from long range. Again, we talked about the mid range. She can take some more of those. I don't know if she can hit them or not because she doesn't take many. So that's why I don't got her off the charts. But 36% from 3 as a point guard, I don't think people realize how great that is. As a point guard, to shoot that high clip from 3
is an advantage for the offense because now I can play off of the big, like we just talked, like I just showed in those first clips, right? How many times you watch the Aces play and you like, come on, Chelsea Gray, you got to hit that three when Asia kick it out. Come on, Jackie Young, you got to hit that three when Asia kick it out. Come on, Jewel Lloyd, that's an open three on the kick out. Kiki gonna hit that three. So that's why I say, like, I think people don't realize how high of a accomplishment that is as a point guard to shoot that high of a clip when you're more of a floor general and a pace setter versus an actual shooter. Again, so I just love her shooting, her athleticism. She isn't slow. She got a great quick dribble, but she isn't quick like the Latsons and the Fuwalis and all of them. Like, she isn't that quick. I kind of have her quickness along with Flaujays. Their speed of the game is probably the same. They kind of got that same, like, just they aren't like quick, but they can run. They aren't your quickest though, but they can run. So I love her athleticism, her quick hands, her defense. Again, my only problem with her defense is great box out player, great at staying with her assignment, great at not ball watching. She doesn't get beat backdoor a lot. She doesn't ball watch. My only thing is sometimes she doesn't help a lot. So I want to see her help defense improve. She's great on ball. She doesn't allow a lot of dribble drive penetration, but I love her on ball defense and just her IQ, her patience. Says as a point guard, I'm watching her and I just appreciate her patience. I just appreciate her patience for the game. She doesn't speed. She doesn't like kind of like you talked about with Paige. Like if you watch her play, you wouldn't think she can get downhill quick, but she can. Like I just love Kiki's patience when she has the ball in her hands. I love her decision making. I love how smart she is at boxing out to make sure Janiyah Barker or Lauren Betts can get a rebound. She's unselfish. Like that's what I love about her game. That's why I got her IQ rated so high.
Okay, so WNBA player comparisons. I want to hear this.
I was excited about this one. I had to go watch film on some of these guards in the WNBA, and I had about 10 guards I wanted to compare her to, but I went with the top 3 that I thought fit the best to how people can understand her skill set and what they can expect. Bria Hartley of the Connecticut Sun is honestly kind of like where I see her going with her game. That's why she's my best case. Like that's why I see her going with her game. Like I said, floor spacer, starting caliber guard, whether it be at the 1 or the 2, and great on-ball defense. She's a great on-ball defender, feisty. Bria Hartley talks a little more than her, but they have similarities to their game. And if she can say, if Kiki comes into the game and says, because again, people got to remember, Bria Hartley was the number 7 pick in the draft. And that's kind of the range where I got Kiki going.
You got it.
So like that's kind of the same. That's kind of the same range I got her going.
And what kind of pro scheme maximize her skill set then? If it's Bria Hartley, what's the pro scheme that you see maximize her skill set? If best case is Bria Hartley.
We'll get into that in the next one, and I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
But I love Alicia Gray, combo guard, can run the 1 when necessary, but more of a 2. I feel like both are elite shooters. In college, Alicia Gray took more threes. She took 2 more threes a game than Kiki, but Kiki shoots better from 3 than she did in college. But Alicia Gray took more threes, playing off of the bigs at SC. She took more threes. That's kind of like just Dawn Staley's system, right? Like your wings going to shoot threes because they're going to play inside out. So her perimeter defender, kind of like Alicia Gray. Her realistic comp, just as far as like her play style in general. If she doesn't change anything about her game, her play style in general is Veronica Burton. Again, remember, Veronica Burton came off the bench on that Connecticut Suns team as the backup point, or sometimes she would play the 2 if she was in the game with AT. Reliable shooting, elite team player. Kiki and Veronica Burton have something in common that I appreciate about both of their games. They're elite team players. And when you assess players, that doesn't get talked about enough. That's important to a team. She's going to do what's necessary for the team to win and what the coach is going to ask, and she's not going to complain. Elite team player. If they wanted to come off the bench at the next level, I think she'll be happy with that. If they wanted to start and just come down court and pass the ball to the big, I think she'll be happy with that. Because at UCLA, you hear no rufflings about her feeling like her game is minimized. So I think she's an elite team player.
I haven't heard that.
And Veronica Burton and Kiki both, their court vision is underrated. Both of their court visions is underrated because of their play styles.
All right. So let's go into this next one. This your draft projection and fit. So yeah, let's get into the type of pro scheme and everything that you see here. For
the teams, so I didn't go off of what Tankathon and ESPN had it. I went off of where her fits would be in the first round. I got her going late first round, right outside of the lottery. And the reason I have her at 8, because I could see both of the expansion teams having that 6 and 7 or that 5 and 6 pick. And I don't think either of those teams would pick a point guard versus a wing or a big. I think both of those teams' draft picks will be a wing or a big, because that's how most teams start their franchise. You don't really start them with your point guard unless it's a Tanaya Latson who can average 23 points a game, because they're gonna need that scoring.
Okay, so I'm glad you said pick 8, because I had her at 8 through 12.
Mm-hmm.
From your perspective, what factors make her too valuable to pass on between 8 and 12?
Her size at the point guard position, her ability to catch and shoot, and just her ability to play 2 positions. You don't pass on those 3 intangibles in the first round.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not too high on this draft. Honestly, okay. I'm not too high. I got a lot of role players in this draft.
Okay. Do you
in the first round, Sess?
Well, I think depending on how these teams shake out, how the CBA and how these teams shake out, who matches up with who is going to say a lot too. But do you see her as a high floor, steady starter, or someone with an all-star upside eventually?
I just got her as a high flow, steady starter. Okay. I don't have her ever making a all-star team, and I think it has more to do with her mindset versus her skill. I think she has the skill set.
So it's not one thing she needs to develop. You think it's mindset more so that would keep her out of like all-star and from floor to ceiling.
Point guards that are team players don't make all-star games.
Okay.
They just don't. They don't make all-star games. That's not how that because the all-star game is all about the flash and the pizzazz and the stat sheet. Like she's that's why I think she's an elite team player. Elite team players don't make all-star games unless you're Asians and all of them, right? But like just your stationary fundamental point guards that are elite team players don't make all-star games.
So I see well, I'll let you get into it. Go ahead and break down your best fit teams, because I got some questions here.
I was excited about this one. That's why I wanted you to hold on. So this is my bet fits I really thought about these teams. I didn't just put them because they needed point guards or they needed shooting. I really thought about these teams. I thought about the coaching, and I was like, these teams would fit Kiki. First up, we have Seattle Storm, who have a first-round pick, by the way. They need shooting depth. They don't have any floor spacing. She can be a combo guard coming off your bench or in your starting lineup. Here. Her playing alongside Dominique Malonga for the future would be amazing. That would be an amazing tandem, because Kiki gonna make sure she gets the ball, and she'll actually help some of Dominique Malanga's defensive efficiencies on the other side by not allowing dribble drive penetration, because she's great on ball defense, and Malanga struggles with rim protection. So she'll help Malanga stay out of foul trouble just playing alongside her. That's another intangible people don't talk about. You got to remember the people they're playing with. Like, she can keep Dominique Malanga out of foul trouble. Kind of like what I talk about with Camilla all the time. Camilla's in foul trouble a lot because the guards allow dribble drive penetration, and she got to come over the rim, right? Mm-hmm. So I think playing alongside somebody like Kiki will help her not be in foul trouble and get her the ball in her spots, because she's played with a dominant ball scorer like Lauren Betts, right? So I think that would be a great fit for her, because they don't have no shooting and they need a point guard for the future, honestly. And because Skylar Diggins, we don't know how long she got. Chicago, I will say this. I think Chicago is the second best fit for Kiki. Chicago is my second best fit for Kiki. They need a future floor general who's going to get it to the bigs. She's comfortable playing with Lauren Betts. She knows how to play off of Lauren Betts. Once the offense is initiated, inside out, she can realign herself, relocate. Imagine her dumping it in Camilla and Camilla kicking it back out on the double team, or Angel on the dribble drive, kicking it to her in the short corner. Those same shots that Kia Nurse and Rachel Banham are missing, and Rebecca Allen are missing, and Michaela are missing in the short corner. I got high confidence Kiki will hit those shots. And she doesn't have to be ball dominant. If Angel wants to run point forward, Kiki can play off of that. She don't need the ball to score. She's unselfish. So I think Chicago would be the second best fit for her. And Kiki, whatever Tyler Marsh is trying to do, if he's there next year, I think Kiki would fit it better, because she has more fundamentals than HVL. So I think he would appreciate her fundamentals, not just her skill set. Like, he would have, again, that's why Azun is starting over HVL on Chicago right now. And that's why I came to that realization, because I've been pondering why HVL isn't getting minutes. Tyler Marsh is an analytical guy, right? He's going to appreciate Kiki Rice's turnover assist ratio and her just archetype fundamentals. I think he's going to appreciate that, because he's an analytical kind of guy. My best fit, though, Sess, where I hope she goes, is Washington Mystics. Washington Mystics is my best case scenario for her game. She can grow with the young core. Again, I know they got Georgia Moore, but I really think Georgia Moore is an off-the-bench player. I don't see her as a starting caliber point guard. I just don't. I'm big on those small guards who just want to shoot coming off the bench. Like, I'm just big on that. I know she can facilitate, but at the next level, that facilitation is a little different. I wish she would have been in this draft class so I could really break down how she gets her assists. It ain't how people think she gets them. I wish she was, because it ain't. I hear people say she can do her assists ain't how people actually think she gets them. She isn't setting up the offense. That's not how she gets her assists. She gets her assists off of her scoring. At the next level, your assists, you can't just rely on your assists coming off of scoring. Especially playing with Citron and Kiki, you got to be able to set them up to score. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Georgia Moore can do that better than Kiki. Kiki can set them up to score. You got to get where I'm going at with the assist kind of versus Kiki can set Kiki. Kiki can set the other Kiki and Citron up to actually score the basketball. And she can, and I'm just envisioning her and Shakira in a pick and roll. Mm-hmm. You know, I just, that quick, big that can get downhill off the pick and roll and just dump it over the top. Kiki can see over the defense, where Shakira don't have to dribble either, because Shakira is one of those Lauren Betts types. If she dribbles too many times, she gonna lose the ball.
I don't even know. It'd be interesting to see if Shakira is there.
I think she is, though, because you got Dosen. I don't think they're bringing Dosen back, because she was in a starting lineup at first. She got benched, and they moved. You don't move on from Edwards if you don't feel Shakira is the future.
I agree.
You don't move on. And to wrap it up with the best fits, I think Minnesota is one of those out-the-box best fits, just because I think Cheryl Reeves would love a player like her, because Kiki reminds me a lot of her fundamentals of Bridget Carrollton and Kelly McBride. They're like fundamentally sound players, ain't going to do too much, ain't going to shoot you out of games, just going to be solid players. And I think Cheryl Reed loves those kind of quiet, to themselves, methodical, fundamental players. So I think Cheryl Reeves would be in the draft room saying, hey, hey, do we need our first round pick next year? Let's move up. She's still available.
Yeah, I think if she ends up in Minnesota, it will be later. Cheryl Reeves don't like rookies. I don't even think she would let her sit long enough to use her.
I think she's patient enough, though. I think Kiki is patient enough to just sit. She don't, because she don't have that. She don't have that full Wiley Flawed J coming into the league with that stardom where I'm used to being the center of attention, kind of stardom. Those players that can get to them.
They threw Peely out with the bathwater. Man, that's okay. Peely gonna shoot the 3 to send them home this year, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, that was a weird. That was a weird move. That was a weird move. Yeah. But I think it had more to do with the front court and how Peely fit versus just her being a rookie last year and being a young player. I think it had more to do with how Cheryl Reeves envisioned her front court. And then when Shepard took off, it made Peely expendable when Shepard took off.
Well, and I really think that it was more about getting Peely back with her coach from Utah. Really?
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
you got it back with the coach from Utah. So yeah. I mean, it works out. I hope this, that they hold on to her there. Scouting summary. Let's break it down.
I gave Kiki a B+. Honestly, if you're gonna be a first round pick, lower than a B-, and your B- usually go to like your 10 through this year is gonna have 15 first round picks. So like your 10 through 15 probably get like a B-, C+. But I got her mid first round, so B+ grading. Her strengths, again, elite vision, elite shooting, IQ, good size at the point guard position, and her leadership skills on the bench. The team relying on her to get them back where they need to go as far as the offense being stagnant. I think that's leadership qualities that don't get talked about enough. Everybody think leadership qualities are just yelling and rah-rah and being vocal. It's more to that with leadership, because I've seen vocal players not be great leaders. So I hate when people use that analogy of you got to be vocal, because I've seen vocal players not be good leaders. So I don't understand why people just use that as the end all be all, which is very weird. That's very weird to me. Her concerns, again, athletic limitations, defensive consistency on help defense. That's why I have her right now as a rotational player, probably in her first 2 years, unless she's going to a team that really needs a starting point guard or a starting two via injuries or just cap space or whatever like that. And they use their draft pick to make up for some of that cap space. But her first 2 years, I got her as a rotational player, growing into a potential starter. I mean, you got to start somewhere, Seth. So you got to start somewhere. Everybody don't come into the league being starters. That's because you first round.
Absolutely. One thing about leadership, and then we go leadership and intangibles. We're gonna get out of here. Clutch situations. How does she perform late in games? Do you see her demanding the ball or deferring to teammates?
I think in late game situations, she's your secondary shot maker. I wouldn't have her being the give her the ball and get out the way kind of player, because that's just not her skill set. I would have her being my secondary shot maker, getting it to my ISO score and playing off of them. So I think I would let her initiate my offense in a clutch moment, but she wouldn't be the first option. Does that make sense? Because she is a great catch and shoot player, and she's hit big shots on catch and shoot shots for UCLA the last 2 years. So I think on her team, she's actually number 1 in clutch points on her team. So it's not Lauren Betts. I got some stuff to say about Lauren. I can't wait. I can't wait to get to her.
We're gonna do each of the Betts sisters separate. We're gonna do each of the Betts sisters separate.
That's ridiculous. The hype she get. I can't wait to break down her game. Her 4 quarter points ain't what people think they are. I can't wait to break. Okay.
So I think the next one that we should do.
Reliable,
All right. So I think the next one that we'll do, I'm gonna throw this one out there. We didn't talk about it. AZ Fudd.
Oh, let's do it. She's one of my faves.
AZ
I already got her
Fudd.
clips. I got
We're gonna
clips and
talk.
everything.
We're gonna talk AZ Fudd next week. We're gonna talk AZ Fudd next week. What you got before we get ready to get out of here? What else is going on your channel today? What's happening with I Am Zoe Media, Prince?
I'm doing a What Are We Doing episode post game. I'm going to talk a little Chicago Sky in my What Are We Doing. I'm going to talk a little bit of the Aces versus Mercury matchup, which I will be live streaming. So come over to I Am Zoe Media. I will be live streaming that game starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am in the Houston area, so I'm Central. I do all of the Aces live stream. I'm basically an Aces channel. And I play it live on my playback. So if you don't got cable or on the road traveling, can't watch the game on television, pull up to I Am Zoe Media. The link will be at the top of the screen. Just go to my playback. Even if you want to watch old Aces games from all year long, they're on my playback. So I do that for the live Aces game. So if you're an Aces fan out there, we have fun. I do it with Brax Tax, Showtime, and all of them pull up sometimes. So pull up tonight, 8 p.m. for the Aces versus Mercury. This is a battle for the number 2 seed. So this is a very important game in a battle of MVPs. So that's what I got going on the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, I know we live at Auntie's house. So pull up. We talking the game. We got score words and pickups coming up. But before all of that, we got Let's Talk Bets coming up in just a few minutes. And then after that, y'all know me and Political Will gonna get down. We're gonna talk the politics of the sneaker drop. We're gonna talk Asia and Angel's sneaker drops and what they mean politically. So y'all pull up and rock with us. Make sure y'all are following both platforms. Until next time. I mean, until next week.
I'll say one thing because
what you got?
I know I know your subscribers know you're an Aces fan.
Yeah.
I'm putting you on the spot. They were like, y'all need to do a live Aces game together. So we're gonna see if we can get that popping for the playoffs.
We'll make it work out. We'll make it work out.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for the playoffs. We're gonna see if we connect for the playoffs for some live
we'll definitely make it happen. We'll have you up for a Gamecock game or something. I mean, I'm usually up for all the games most of the time. And it like I said, if you can't pull up at I Am Zoe Media's playback, usually we got the games on in the mansion. If you got keys there, but until next time, next week, until AZ Fudd, y'all stay tuned. Share this thing out, man, and tell people we're here on Thursdays. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. That's Prince from I Am Zoe Media. Let's Talk Sports.